Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been quite a while, but we went for a holiday. Now we're back in London and I'm trying to get back on track with YouTube. And today I have made a video from Kazakhstan, from the city called Almaty. This is where I'm coming from, and I would be so happy to share with you my experience, my favorite places, and also I want to try and show why this particular place, is becoming so popular with tourists, especially in winter time. Almaty is also a gastronomic capital of Kazakhstan. You can find so many different cuisines. There's such a huge selection of food here, and every time we're coming back to Almaty, I'm being so impressed with how many new places, new spaces are opening. By the way, this is one of my top favorite restaurants and it's been here for many years. It's Georgian cuisine. I will show you quite a few bits and pieces from here, but I will be having a separate video with the gastronomic side of the city. For now, please don't forget to hit the like button, consider subscribing to my channel, leave any type of comment. I would be more than happy to answer. Georgian cuisine is something special. It is quite popular in Almaty. People love it, and to my memory, there are quite a few very good restaurants. You may be familiar with the cuisine, or it may be something new. Let me know in comments, and I will discuss it a bit further. And I can leave a few addresses in London as well, if this is something you would want to try. This is the most traditional thing. It's called kinkali. Delicious. It's made with meat inside. I think we have ordered ones with lamb, and it's absolutely delicious. This is a must try. Can you see this? This is the pet of the restaurant. Yes, they have a little pet lamb, and as long as I know, her name is Manana as well, the same as the name of the restaurant. It was a bit sleepy, but normally it's walking around the tables, and guests absolutely love her. It was just the pre-Christmas time, and we were lucky to have a lot of snow, especially during the first days. Medeu, this is the most unique place in the world, the most unique ice rink in the world. It's located almost 1700 meters above the sea level, and it's surrounded by mountains. For the first couple of days we were coming here during the night time because of the jet lag, because of the 5 hours difference, but kids, they absolutely love ice skating, so we've decided to come here in the evening. They have a few sessions. I think there's the morning session, there is 1 or 2 afternoon sessions depending on the day of the week, and there is the late night session, which starts around 7 to 8 o'clock in the evening, and they finish around 11 or 12 o'clock at night. The entrance tickets to the ice rink, the kids one is around $1, and the adults entrance ticket is between $5 and $7. Yeah, she's so happy, she loves it. And there's an absolutely special atmosphere in this place. As you understand, this is pre-Christmas time, but the ice rink is open roughly between beginning of November until probably end of March, April, and it's one of the best places you can visit, especially with children. So this is the number one touristic spot in Almaty, and I would actually be brave enough to say this is one of the most touristic places in whole Kazakhstan. Yes, because when people arrive, hello there. Sorry guys, it was absolutely freezing. As you understand, this is mountains and nighttime, but it's okay. And yes, we came back here in the morning, and we've tried to come here almost every day because winter sports in Almaty, this is something special, and you will understand why a bit later as well, because ice skating is one thing, but the city is also famous for the ski resort, and I will be showing you the ski resort a bit later in this video. If there is anything you don't really want to watch, you can go to the description box, and I will leave the timeline, and you can choose whatever you want to watch. But coming back to the ice rink, the most touristic spot, but at the same time it's one of the most favorite spots in winter for locals, especially by the end of the day when the working hours are over. You can see a lot of local people coming here. And what I really enjoyed about the ice rink, especially this year, they have so many ice skating coaches and trainers, and it's so useful, especially if you never ice skated before, or if you have children who really want to learn. And all the trainers, they're extremely friendly, and they're not taking a lot for this. I think half an hour is about 2,000 tenge, which is $3 to $4. And yes, it's absolutely worth it. And by the middle to end of December, it was absolutely crowded with people, because most of the students, most of the pupils went on holidays. So when kids and teenagers are on holidays, they're trying to spend as much time as possible ice skating or skiing. But we will come back to this a bit later. And you can see the views, they're absolutely stunning, because nature in Kazakhstan is something amazing. And then we were lucky enough to have more snow coming. If you follow me on Instagram, I was showing you what it looked like throughout the day. And it was about half a meter of snow by the end of this day. Amazing. So again, it's absolute fun for children, it's absolute fun for adults. I did have some time to do some Christmas shopping as well. I know it may be a bit too late to show you Christmas things, but you can just skip this part. The thing I've noticed, and the thing I love about Kazakhstan, is that almost any event has been celebrated. Maybe not on the official level, but by the European Christmas, by 25th of December, you could feel this festive spirit. And there's been a lot of Christmas decorations, a lot of Christmas lights, Christmas toys. The only downside of the Christmas items I saw is that because they're being brought from Europe, especially taking the current circumstances, the prices for these decorations, they were high. And to be honest, I could compare these prices with Harrods or Selfridges, and some of these decorations, they were even more expensive. So this is the only downside I saw. But this year, the city was so beautiful, and I love the idea of these oranges or clementines, and I thought these were real, but funny enough, these were proper Christmas decorations made of glass. But they look so real, it's amazing. By the way, tell me, how was your Christmas? How was your New Year's Eve? Did you have fun? Did you have a very good time? Where did you go to? How was it in general? Really, let's share it and let's communicate about it. And how was your start of the year? I think 2025, it will be great. And fingers crossed, I am right. So yes, you can see the trends for the Christmas tree decorations, and they're quite similar to the European ones. Yes, there are some bits and pieces, because in the end of the day we're in Central Asia, so there is a hint of of the East, and I absolutely love it. Look at this one, I think it's beautiful. And the white one as well, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let's move a bit further, because I think this was the only shop I have visited for Christmas items, and I did not film much there, but still, the gingerbread houses, they're becoming very popular, and some gift boxes. But yes, there I still receive questions, and I know I should not be talking about it, but for some reason still Kazakhstan has been associated with a movie character, and I guess you know which one I'm talking about. And I'm so happy that there are a lot of people, a lot of foreigners visiting the country, and then I'm happy to see the titles of the videos. This is that Kazakhstan is not something Borat was showing. I'm really happy about it, because Kazakhstan really is one of the most beautiful countries. It's got great culture. The gastronomic side is wow. Sometimes I don't have enough words to explain it, but I will be showing you in a second. So yes, stay tuned, because the next part we're going to the most iconic food market in Almaty, which is called the Green Bazar. So if you want to skip the Christmas decor, feel free to do so. If not, I'm happy to keep chatting with you about the Christmas times. But I absolutely love this Christmas tree. Do you remember we saw something similar in Selfridges? It was pinky, it was filled up with candies, with ice creams. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy, because I've been filming about Christmas since beginning of August, and now I'm prolonging this time. Okay, now we're moving on to the most iconic food market in Almaty, and it's called the Green Bazar. You may have seen it before in the food bloggers videos, because it's very bright, it's very colorful, it's got the special hint to it. And yes, Kazakhstan is everything about protein. Meat is a must in Kazakhstan. You will see it almost everywhere, and if you go to any restaurant, half of the menu at least will be meat-based. And yes, I remember this place since I was a child, and it was almost exactly the same. There are not many changes. I know that the management of this place, they're trying to keep the vibe, they try to keep the spirit of the way Green Bazaar was before, and they wanted to stay like this. But the only disappointment for me is that almost all fruit and veg, unfortunately now, they're coming from China, and they have nothing to do with what I remember them being like. But still, berries, mushrooms, these things are local, and maybe we have to wait until late spring or summer when you will find more of the local stuff, or more food from the neighboring countries like Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Azerbaijan. So yes, sometimes we have to be seasonal. For now, many of the fruits they're coming from China, and this is very noticeable with pomegranates, with strawberries, with grapes, especially these huge plastic ones. But coming back to meat, Kazakhstan is a 100% meat country. It may be a surprise to someone, but the main meat in Kazakhstan is either lamb or horse meat, and then we're talking about beef, when we're talking about poultry. But right in front of you, almost everything was horse meat, so a few rows were about horse meat and lamb, and yeah. I know it may be shocking for someone. By the way, the trout is local as well. It's a popular type of fish. Although Kazakhstan is not a fish country, but still. Salmon is quite popular as well, and I think I even saw the ossetra here. I'm trying to make my memory up, but I'm quite sure I saw one. Yes, a lot of caviar, and here is the ossetra that has been frozen before. And yes, poultry is quite popular, not as much as lamb. And I know that for many of you who are watching this video, it may be shocking about the horse meat, but this is something 100% traditional, extremely popular, extremely delicious. And horse is a special type of animal for Kazakhs. And yes, in Kazakhstan, people use different parts of the animals for different ways and styles of cooking, and this is normal as well. So, yeah, come and visit and try everything. Almaty is called the granddad of apples. It's translated like as granddad of apples, and this type of apples is the Almatynian one. There's loads of greens, and don't forget this is December, this is the open market. A lot of fruit, and I guess this is why food bloggers love this place. It's very bright, it's very colorful, and you can taste anything here. This is absolutely normal, and people here are always welcoming, and they can tell you a lot about the stuff they sell. But one thing, don't believe everything you hear, because we have made a small type of experiment with the pomegranates, and I know this type of pomegranate is coming from China. I know this for 100%. And I've been asking different sellers about where their pomegranate is coming from, and they've been telling me so many different things. It's beautiful, it's tasty, but yeah. So I've been told so many different locations, except for China. This is a stereotype, and people, the potential buyers, they're trying to avoid Chinese produce for some reason. You may guess why. But yes, and the same thing with cucumbers, the same thing with tomatoes, some types of potatoes. But hopefully, when the summer season comes, it will be a bit better. There's loads of fermented food. People in Kazakhstan love it. Loads of marinated mushrooms. These are the types of mushrooms you will not find in Europe. This is what you will find, but normally in Europe you're having them fresh. You're buying them fresh and you cook them with pasta and so on. But here, they're marinated. So coming back to all the greens. It looks beautiful, just the picture itself, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Don't you think so? Different types of mandarins, persimmons, Yes, a lot of grapes. And this is the type of grapes I was telling you about. Looks like plastic. It went viral on social networks, but I've decided not to give it a go just in case I was scared. That does not look real. And by the time we went out of the market, the weather was like this. It was a heavy snowstorm, which is normal for this time of the year. And I think this type of weather makes a perfect New Year's Eve. I know it's been snowing in London a couple of days ago, but nothing compared to this. It's beautiful. I think it's one of my top favorite weather conditions. And nothing stops. Compared to London, all the city is on the move. Nothing is happening, no road closures, no suspensions, nothing. Even if it's snowing like this is normal for this time of the year. You can see a bit of architecture that is coming from Soviet times. But the city keeps changing. Every year we see some new buildings. The city is changing. And by the way, did you know that there is own private Eiffel Tower in the heart of Almaty? Yes, the mini one. A lot of snow. But we didn't make it to the ice rink or to the ski resort this day and the morning after, simply because it was not safe to do so. And this is one of the main streets in Almaty, and traffic jams is something normal as well there. The traffic is standing full time on this street. Okay, and yes, here we go again. As I told you, this place, I was coming here with my daughter almost every day. Because it's a great thing, spending so much time on fresh air, doing sports, doing winter activities, and it's fun. 2 hours or 3 hours straight, it's a lot of fun. And this is the center of Almaty as well, and I guess this was one of the main Christmas trees. So let's drive through this. This is the central square of the city, and it's huge, trust me. Where was a sunset, and yes, then we've been passing by the newly opened Christmas markets, and we have decided to give it a go. And I will be honest with you, this was my biggest disappointment of our trip, because when you see it from the main road, it looks absolutely gorgeous, but when you enter this place, it was so not ready. For example, I will just talk from my personal side. I was hoping and I was expecting for the stalls, for these little wooden houses, gingerbread houses, to sell some local, traditional, national snacks and food. And it was so strange to see sandwiches, to see the deep fried potatoes and popcorn. So this is not something you would expect from the central Christmas market. I would actually be happy with some kind of hint of the German Christmas market, but adopted for local taste. But I did not expect to see people selling cheap Chinese stuff, laying it down on the floor, and not having at least a bit of traditional Kazakh cuisine. These are the deep fried potatoes, some hot dogs, and samosas, but they did not look very inviting. Popcorn and caramelized apples and corn, and really not something I would want to see in such a place. This was a disappointment. I was trying to film it and having Coke, and no, this is not something I would want to have here. I would expect some traditional finger foods or bites, but no. Because food in these places, it creates the atmosphere, but when you don't have it, no. The thing, except for the decorations, I did like the decorations a lot, but except for the decorations, I really enjoyed the ice rink just where the Christmas tree is. So behind the horses, yes, they have opened an ice rink, and another good thing, there are quite a few ice rinks being open for winter season around the city, and this is good. So if people cannot travel to Medeu, the huge ice rink located in the mountains, they have an opportunity to ice skate in quite a few locations in the city center. And this is the iconic 5-star hotel called Kazakhstan. There was a lot said about this hotel. I have not been there for many years, but because they have a very good gift shop, we have made a visit, so I will show you this hotel from the inside in a second. And it was worth going there. Okay, there was something happening inside, but we did not visit that spot. So let's get back to the Hotel Kazakhstan. And they used to have a restaurant on one of the top floors. I'm not quite sure what is happening there, but they should be having a very good panoramic views of the city, in case the city is being observable. Okay, so this is the souvenir shop, and I was told this is one of the best ones so far in Almaty. And you have seen those fur hats, and they're made from fox and from the wolf. This is the traditional clothing, and a lot of little items that can be used in everyday life. And yes, in Kazakhstan, ladies absolutely love accessories. And the most traditional ones, they're made from silver and turquoise, if this is something you are interested in, so this is worth special attention. And I think they look beautiful. They look very interesting and unusual, and they all have this hint of Asia. A lot of scarves, and these ones are handmade, and they're made of silk and wool. It's a very unusual combination, and when you touch them, they're so soft, they're unbelievably soft. And they have different sizes, different colors, they can match any outfit. And the left hat is made of wolf, and the right one was made of ox. So a bit of the hotel from the inside. This was one of the biggest Christmas trees I've seen this year. Look, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. So the souvenir shop is just opposite the entrance from the inside. I will be having a separate video about the food and restaurants, but I could not include this particular one because I was so impressed with their interpretation of the classic New Year's recipes. I absolutely loved what they did with them. If you're familiar with the post-Soviet cuisine, you may know that this should be the herring salad with the beetroot, and the Olivier or Russian salad, but they have a very special interpretation over here, and deep-fried aubergines, they're a must-try. And of course, herring, pickled cucumbers and potatoes. And my husband had the traditional beetroot soup, not Kazakh, but borscht, many of you know it, and I love the way they serve it. And delicious cream of mushroom soup, yes. There are a lot of boutiques in Almaty, but yes, now we are coming to the final point, and I left it until the very end because this is a special type of beauty. This is the iconic place in Almaty, and it's a must visit for everyone, no matter if you ski or if you don't ski, you must visit this. Because mountains, they can be different. If you're talking about Alps, this is one thing. If you're talking about ski resort in Almaty, which is called Shymbulak, this is a completely different story. The views are absolutely stunning. They're breathtaking. And they, funny enough, because Shymbulak has got 2 skiing sessions. One is the morning to evening, and another one is the night session. And the funny thing is, during the night, there are more people skiing than during the day. This is something I'm noticing for a few years in a row. I may be mistaken. People who visit mountains in Almaty can correct me. Please do so, don't be shy. But this is something I have noticed, that in the evening, at night session, the resort is more packed with people than during the daytime. But 2 must-visit places for tourists is the ice rink and the ski resort. And there's another question I would like to ask people who do not ski, but they do the snowboarding. Because the funny and annoying thing at the same time we have noticed, guys who snowboard, please tell me, why do you always sit on a slope? I really mean it. Yes, and Victoria decided to try skiing as well. And again, when you arrive there are plenty of trainers. Look at this. There are plenty of trainers, plenty of coaches. This is nighttime. So you see the difference. Daytime, nighttime. But night skiing is something special. Yes. And you can see how many people on the slopes already. Snowboarders, please tell me, why do you spend so much time sitting on the slopes? This is just my personal curiosity, because sometimes it's difficult to ski around you guys. Because you take so much space just sitting randomly. Tell me why. I really want to know. I've never seen the skier sitting on a slope. But yeah, take a look at the snowboarders resting everywhere. Yeah, it's just a bit of an action here. Guys, do you like skiing, snowboarding, ice skating? What is your favorite winter sport? And yes, just a quick reminder, please don't forget to hit the like button, consider subscribing to the channel, leave any type of comment, I'm happy with anything, and yes, we can communicate both ways. Let's make this channel fun. And do you like videos from the unusual locations? Coming back, moving back to the daytime. It's always a good idea to have a hot cup of tea surrounded by mountains. Special atmosphere. And I was coming to this place since I was a child, since I was probably 12, 11, 12. Yes, and Victoria keeps trying. She was not very excited because she's more of an ice skating person. But I guess she will have to learn skiing anyway, because if we have a winter holiday, we're having a proper one. So yes, this is the special area for the beginners. So no one is gonna take a little child or someone who is the first time skier on a slope. They will be trained here first. And she's gone. Oh. So yes, the beginners will be trained over here first, and then they will start with the more advanced slope before they're taken up to the mountain. And they are very well looked after here. I could not miss the opportunity. And the city was not visible, but normally from this point you can see Almaty with all its lights. And by the way, for those who are not fans of skiing or snowboarding, you can do horse riding in the mountains in winter. Yes, why not? Would you try it? Beautiful. And now the drone is back, and if you want, I can make a separate video with drone views. It appeared to be stunning, and it's showing both Shymbulak and Medeu from absolutely different perspective, from the bird's eye view. And this is the way you get to and from the mountains. So literally from the ice skating rink, you are taking a gondola to go up to the mountains and rise straight to the ski resort. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me if you like it or if you don't like it. And let me know what other locations you want to see and what you want to know about Kazakhstan.